Waiting for feedback, the anticipation. Hey! Hey! How about that? All right. Thanks so much for being patient with me, Mark and Brenda. I'm not a technical guy at all, and and man, that was interesting, but I'm so glad it's working now. Thank you again, Mark, Brenda, for dropping in. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Are you guys doing okay with your new house and everything? Nice and comfy? Has to be pretty exciting. You know. All right. All right. Sorry, I got a little distracted there. Well, certainly, this is a new experience for me. I'm just diving right in and hoping that I'll mess this up too much. Randy, hey, here I am. Huh? Oh, okay. Thanks again, Mark and Brenda. Thanks. I'm sorry about the sound stuff. Thanks so much for being patient. You guys, take it easy. Randy, thanks so much for popping in, my friend. How are things been going for you? Hopefully, you're getting some good jams in, playing the guitar, hanging out with your sons. It's all good. Well, I have no idea what I'm doing here, Randy. So please bear with me. It's not like your live streams where you could just pick up your guitar and start playing a great song, you know. Kind of wondering if I should just keep talking or blessings back at you guys. God bless you. Well, so I guess I guess what I should do is just put this out there um, because it's very important to put this out there. How much all my Gounderites mean to me, and I hope Randy, you would consider yourself a Gounderite, and of course, I think Mark and Brenda are Gounderites. I would say. Um, be interesting. Be interesting to see what kind of qualifications one would have to be a Gounderite. You guys are a special group, that's for sure. Gounderites are always a special group. Um, Blows me away how people keep on coming back and seeing what I do. I mean, I do the silliness and everything like that, and that's good. Um, and you know, it's easy when you need a laugh, just tune in and get your laugh. But when you keep on coming back, that's huge. I can't express how that amazes me, and I appreciate it more than you could possibly know out there. Uh, Maybe it's just you, Randy, who's listening to this, or maybe you're not listening to it. That's fine. I'm just rambling. That's all I'm doing, um, because I don't know exactly what would be a great thing to do. You know, um, just because I feel like a lot of times I ramble a lot. That's why making videos is so good, is because it limits me. I gotta stay on focus and get done what I need to get done. But this is a whole new game. This is something that not entirely used to. Um, don't necessarily need any script or anything like that. A lot of my best performances were non-scripted stuff, and I love the spontaneity. I love the feedback that people give me, and it's really really fun. Um, but at the same time, don't want to bore people. Don't want to, yeah. But yeah, any opportunity that I get to perform, though, I will take it, just because it fills me with so much. And to to even get a couple of you guys just to say, "Hey, I'm going to see what Goundy's up to." Um, that's huge. That's huge to me, and I thank you so much for being a part of that, Randy. Um, yeah, I've been performing literally almost all my life. I remember my earliest memories are trying to get my parents to laugh, and I remember putting on little performances in our living room for my parents, or if they have get-togethers and family members and everything like that, and it was pretty great. It was pretty great. Me and my brother and my cousin, we would all put on like a variety show, quality production. I think our budget was absolutely nothing because we used everything that was around us. And, casting was a little bit hard. Every once in a while you sit here and you go, well, I wonder if De Niro's available or something like that. But no, no, I wanted fresh faces. I wanted to be on the cutting edge of production, and so I went with the non-obvious choice, sibling and cousin. Um, and for the most part, it was a good run. We would only the entire length of our run was usually a night, or until my the relatives who comes over as well. My parents have get-togethers and everything like that. So the run of the performance was only one night, or until the relatives pass out. So yeah, it was something that has been with me for a long time. And most of you are probably thinking to yourselves, well, this is where the brain damage started. Probably have a point there. Well noted. So uh, I do think that the best thing about performing is I have vivid memories. I did a talent show in the fourth grade. At that time, um, certainly there weren't the talent contests that you see now. America's Got Talent and all that. No, and I'm talking on a greater scale, only to talk about how in fourth grade, though, talent shows weren't too exceptionally popular. Um, but anyway, the school was having a talent show. And as you would guess with a lot of talent shows, there was your singers and your dancers and, people who played the spoons or whatever. And I was the only comedian. And so anyway, I have vivid, vivid memories of me being on stage and the sheer terror of it, first of all. But I would remember looking out on the people, our eyes meeting, and this feeling of almost leaving your body, not to sound all heebie-jeebie or anything like that. It was like it was almost like I was watching myself on stage, but at the same time, I'm looking at people and I'm seeing their faces. And when I would get a laugh, it was uh, the best possible feeling to see that tension. And not to say people were at a kid's talent show with all this intensity and everything like that. It was just that they were working adults and probably had a lot of stresses on their plate and everything like that, and you know whatever the expression the people had, to see that release and a smile go across their face. Uh, it's a charge that can't be described. I've never done drugs, and kids, don't do drugs. Uh, I've never done drugs, but I would imagine that this is probably what it's like. A lot of people uh, choose their nose or the needle to get this intense high, and that's what I had. Hey, Dave, brother, how you doing, los hombres? ¿Cómo estás? Very good, Dave. Stay away from the drugs. Just saying, might be a good idea. You know, gotta keep that temple of a body that you have. You know, everybody can't look like you, Dave. It's a hard thing. Oh, good. I'm glad you're doing good, my friend. Thank you so much for dropping by. Thank you so much. I'm just rambling here. This is my first time here. First time doing this live stream, as you know. So I'm kind of like not sure what to expect and everything like that. So I just kept on talking. Hope I wasn't rambling. But you know us, we're the rambling type of guys. Ah, well, I always hate catching you off guard. I often don't like putting people on guard. So either way, if it happens to do with guard, I'm not a big fan, I guess. But did you wear your personal, your PPE, the protection, the mask, the gloves, the hood with the shield, and then on top of that, a football helmet? Because the way I see it, oh, really? Oh, Dave, man, you wore the shirt. Woo! You rock, my friend. You rock. Thank you so much for doing that. It's so cool that you're able to do that. Yeah, yeah, the shirt. You're awesome, Dave. So yeah, I mean, I do believe that the Goundy shirt is a part of the PPE. I do believe that the CDC has cleared it, and it's now required for anyone who can obtain it. Um, you know, I'm 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 all for the PPE. I really am. We've got to make sure that nobody is getting infected and staying safe. But the way I see it is that if you're going to do the PPE, you should do the PPE. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking like have the knee-high boots, have the overalls, and put on all 5 layers of mask to have the shield come down, like I said, then a hoodie, because as we know from all Marvel films and everything, a hoodie just is the most important uh, uh, equipment that a superhero can have. Um, scares off the ex-wives. Well, at least it's good for something. Yeah, it's a good thing. Oh, Dave, you're awesome, man. You're awesome. So I was thinking, though. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, the logo is pretty dope. It is really cool. A friend of mine who helps me make these shirts and all that, she really has done an excellent job coming up with that logo and putting on a shirt and all that. Great, great. Sonic, hey, what's up, brother, man? Thanks so much for dropping by. I appreciate it. So good to see you, my friend. So good. So I was talking over with Dave Man here about the importance of PPEs, the personal protection equipment and all that. And I was just wondering, what are you guys using? Are you guys using like welder helmets and those motocross face shields or something like that? We gotta think of something of how we can make the ultimate PPE or something like that. Um, hmm, that might be an interesting thing to ponder. There you go, Dave. Just have your back to everyone all the time. That's it. You walk into McDonald's and you're just over here with your back towards the menu, and you go, "Can you please recite the whole menu?" That would be great. I'm just having my PPE, my need my personal space here, and maybe every once in a while glance back. That might help. Totally. But that would be well, it'd be difficult to maneuver. Certainly, somebody with my coordination would not be able to walk backwards all the time. There you go. Yeah. Well, that's why I count on you, Dave. Man, you're brilliant because you just get a mirror or maybe have one of those rear view mirrors for bicycles and all that, and then stick it on your head so you're just looking up at it. That's an idea, don't you think? See, this is the creativity. This is this is thinking outside of the box, outside of the said box, whatever that means. Texas is wide open. Yee-haw! You know it. You know it, Texas. Yeah, guys. We do have to take our personal protection very very seriously, and all that has happened is not nothing to joke about. But you have to uh, you have to shake your head sometimes at the way that people are acting. For instance, I go to the store. Don't know what store you went to, Dave, but I'm sure they had this as well. But you go to the checkout, and they have the distance markers um, nicely painted on the floor, saying this is 6 feet in between. And they make it very clear, and there's no questioning, and people don't need to have their tape measures out, which is what I was doing. I was just going from place to place with my tape measure at 6 feet and going, nope, nope, that's, yep, there you go. But, cool. Yeah, you got the markers, right? People don't use them. They don't use them in one single bit. I was at the self check thinking that that'd be more efficient and I could just go through and I have my gloves on so I know I'm going to be safe and everything like that. And there is a guy right behind me, like literally on my back. And I'm looking down on the floor like, what are those markers down there saying? What are they saying? Oh, right, right. That's a good point. Made a 6 foot cardboard donut. Oh, for like spacing, like to keep people away, Sonic and Dave. Yeah, that's why I was reacting. I first saw that. Sorry, but Dave, you can't clear your throat anymore. Not in public. I'm afraid that I'm going to swallow the wrong way, or sometimes that spit goes down the wrong hatch or something like that, and you start hacking uncontrollably. You're going to be tackled by a swarm of store representatives, whatever your local store may be. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. It had suspenders, so the donut's constantly around him to have people push him away. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Again, guys, this is thinking outside of the box. But I tell you, it does work. You do anything that you do work, indeed. I was thinking of doing that. Great call, Sonic. That's right. Back in my day, Corona was a beer. Uh huh. Oh, the good old days, right? Yes, the good old days. I tell you what the good old days are. The good old days was when you're uh, riding in those big old long sedans. Like I'm talking 1970s, 1980s vintage. Particularly, my memory takes me back to a 1972 Oldsmobile 98, where back then the car was so big, I used to say that it could win a race and lose a race all at the same time. They were boats, they're huge. But the good old days was sitting in that car and only having lap belts on you. More specifically, it's the lack. Really, what are the lap belts going to do? Nothing. So a lot of times we didn't put them on at all. That's how it was back then. And yeah, there you go. 70's. Oh yeah, yeah. And I particularly like when my mother would be driving and she looked like a semi, big old arms way out for the wheel, and then she'll start to turn about 6 feet before you actually have to make the turn. The only thing is, we didn't have those little knobs that you see on semis. Yeah. Well, anyway, she start the turn and everything like that, and here I go. You see me in the back seat going, because I'm sliding. I just completely shifted. Now those were the good old days, right? You guys have any good memories of the good old days, like what your parents used to do and how it was? Another thing about that Oldsmobile 98 was, I guess it was an armrest now that I think about it, but it was really, really thick. It was between the driver side seat and the passenger side seat. And it was a lot thicker, not just a narrow armrest. It was very, very thick. And and what I did was, uh, because I was still little, of course, I wasn't doing this at 21. Um, my parents would allow me to sit on that little armrest, and that was like my seat. It was like a jump seat. So how great was it, back in the day where apparently nobody knew anything. Apparently there was no common sense in the 70s. But anyway, there would be whatever parental unit was driving. Then there's me, and then there's probably my brother or some other passenger and everything like that. And it was death on wheels waiting to happen. I mean, all the person had to do is just, you couldn't tap the brakes on those things. You really had to like put both feet down just to stop the thing. But any kind of fender bender or whatever, I would have shot through the windshield for sure, and through the grace of God, nothing like that happens, and I am getting to a lovely old age right now. But hey, butterfly! Wow. Exactly. First off, thanks for coming, Queen Butterfly. Oh, it's so good to see you. I haven't talked to you in a long time. Hope you're feeling well and doing well, and I really appreciate you dropping by. Thanks so much. And yeah, totally. Probably half of the things that happened to my childhood, if they were somehow shifted and done today, my parents would have lost custody a long, long time ago. Oh, I'm so sorry you're working a ton of hours, but hey, it's good to be working, right? Um, I just am so thrilled to see you, and I thank you so much for popping in your head and saying, "Oh, guys, see what's Gounderus is going. What's going on with him?" Thank you so much. Oh yeah, and again, it was through ignorance. It wasn't like our families were not thinking about our safety, because we all remember the cast iron safety measure for parents back in the day, which is putting their arm around your chest. Just when they come to a sudden stop, they go and reach over, and that was going to protect us from everything. Nothing, especially my dad. He had massive forearms, very strong guy, and still is. And and when he put his arm around me, though, I truly thought that there was like an oak tree sitting right there, and nothing could happen to me. So that was my seatbelt. Oh yes, yes. Sonic. I remember. Hey, Robert. Hey, good to see you, my friend. Thanks so much for dropping by. And yeah, live, not live. Who's who can tell? Uh, thanks, Queen. Uh, but uh, but back to what you said, Sonic. Sitting in a pickup truck. Now, I'm still kind of unsure on what is the posted law regarding such things. I'm pretty sure you can't do it these days. But back in the day, the pickup truck was a poor man's way to destroy kids. And again, I kid. But, you know, it was an open part of the vehicle. You could ride on the vehicle. They had those little humps where the wheel wells are. So those are seats, right? What could possibly go wrong? I have fell off the truck so many times. Well, not so many times, but maybe that explains a lot of stuff. You're getting answers here, people. Answers of why is gounderus like this? Well, riding on the truck and falling off the back. So thank you for bringing that disturbing and horrifying memory back to me, Sonic Grace. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Oh, I know. Watch out. Michael's live. Gounderus is live, so watch out. Ooh. Okay. Thanks for dropping by, Dave. I really, really appreciate it. I'll try and do more live stuff as I start to learn this. Appreciate it. Take care, Dave. Oh, you're too kind, Robert. I'm just winging it here. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I really appreciate you guys being patient with me as I try to finagle all this here. I remember my grandpa's pickup truck. I rode in the open bed with the lumber giggles. Right. Throw you on back there with the lumber. Yeah. Yeah. Again, shows you back in the day how it was. It's like, well, the truck is completely loaded up. We had a long day at work. We're exhausted. We just want to go back. But we have the kids. So what are we going to do with the kids? Throw them in the back of the lumber. That that sparks a lot of memories, right? Take care, Damon. Bye. Love you, brother. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Queen. Uh, I love you guys more than I could possibly express. Thank you so much for your support and for checking me out. It means the world. Thank you so much. Have a great one now. So how is it on your end, Robert? Is it cold up there? Is it starting to warm up there? Or imagine it's nighttime where you are, right? Okay, see you soon. See you soon, my friend. Bye bye. All right, gotta get those sheep, my friend. I'm gonna keep on. You guys encourage me so much, and you encourage me so much, Robert. Thank you so much. I appreciate you a lot. God bless, my friend. Ernest. Oh, Ernest, it's late. Oh my goodness. I'm doing all right. I'm just trying this live stream. I decided to jump into that pool the best I can, and you're up late and you saw me coming. Wow, I appreciate you so much, Ernest. Thank you. You have a good night. Sleep well, my friend. Oh, really? Homemade steel wheel skateboard. Ah, so in other words, it was a nice smooth ride. Great seeing you. Good night, my friend. Take care, Ernest. Wow. Supersonic. Yeah. Maybe that's what I'm just going to start calling you from now on. You're supersonic. Supersonic Grace. Oh, yeah. I am actually surprised that the people who are dropping in, I wasn't sure if anybody was going to tune in, to be perfectly honest with you. Wow. It's just it's great to see, but at the same time, it's It's because of great people like you guys. It's because, oh yeah, homemade ramps. Are you kidding me? Stingray bikes. Ooh, nice. But yeah, exactly. The homemade ramps, that was like a must. Everybody had to have a ramp at some point in time in their childhood. And I had my fair share. And, well, I had something that some kids did not have. It was a curb. There was a pretty significant curb on the side of my driveways on either side, and that was my. Oh, the ramp was already built in, so all the kids, they knew who the jumper was. Exactly, exactly. I gotta make sure nothing falls on me or I go off or anything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna stay solid, Robert. Gives me an idea. I should put a seatbelt on this thing. Just a shoulder strap that goes on, just so I'm not falling off or anything like that. Well, ah, Robert, that is that's a very intriguing question. Wonder what life is like inside a tube of toothpaste. Well, I would imagine it's very viscous, very, very, very thick, and moving around would almost be going in ultra slow motion. And that would be problematic because if your buddy is on the other end of the tube, you're going, I don't want to have to go all the way down the whole length of this tube because I can't move faster than this. No, I wouldn't think of playing my nose right now, Robert. That is something that people need ample warning about. They need to say, warning, here comes another nose playing. And yeah, it's not good for tea, not good for any type of consumption of beverage and or food. But it's intriguing questions like the tube of toothpaste is, I wonder if this is what you think about at night when you're hearing the sheep walk through your property and the blowing wind and the crashing of the waves. These are the things that spin around in your head, apparently, Robert. Um, more I think about the tube of toothpaste is that it might feel a little snug, like a warm hug, each and every day. Now, does that warm your tea a little bit, Robert? Just asking. But back to the ramp as well. I don't know if you uh, have any experiences with this, Robert, or not. Um, oh, bless you, Robert. Bless you. I appreciate so much. I appreciate you so much. I really do. But I remember um, when was a young whippersnapper on my Huffy bike. I remember that near my place of residence, I there was well, there still is a church that I used to attend. Um, but as I remember it, maybe it was while the church was being built. I don't remember it being built, but they had this massive mountain of dirt. Now it's not that some of that loose big old pile of loose dirt that you usually see on construction sites. This was like a rounded mountain, a peak of dirt and sediment that made for a perfect launching point for a bike. And I remember having to huck my bike up. I had to walk it up this 50, 60 degree angle. Okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit. All right, I admit that. I'm sorry. But it was pretty steep. And I so steep that I couldn't ride up is what I'm saying. So I'm pushing the bike and seeing nothing but sky ahead of me. I mean, this was the Everest of dirt. And so as I continued forward, I could feel the tug of gravity just pulling me back. But no, I wanted to go forward. I'm going to reach the summit and I will ride this thing all the way down. Well, as my little legs was digging in on each step going up the hill, I could feel the air start to thin. And yes, just when I thought I was going to pass out from lack of oxygen, my front tire reached the apex. And there before me was my entire neighborhood. And I was on top of the world. Well, I took in the grandeur and the majesty. And I'll be honest with you, if I had a little flag, I would have placed it on the top. I felt like king of the mountain. And so I saw the sun start to peek its way down. And I remember that my parents said to me very lovingly, Rick, no, they didn't say Rick, they didn't say, but Rick, how you doing there, brother? So great to see you. Oh, thank you so much for dropping by. Pretty scary, right? You're seeing me live, like, as it happens. So good to see you, my friend. So I remember my parents saying to me very lovingly, son, if you're not in by sunrise, we are going to remove all the flesh from your body in the most painful way. Mom and dad, they're so great. They are great. They're still with me. Thank the good Lord. And I love them tremendously. But remember, this back in the day, different times, all that. So, needless to say, I thought, well, as great as all this is, I better be getting on. Be heading back to the residence so I can keep the flesh that was attached to my body. And so I said, okay, I'm just going to fly off this mountain. I'm going to have the speed going, wind blowing through my hair, and it's going to sail me all the way home. I'll be home so quickly that I'll have time to spare. Maybe I could turn on some $6 Million Man or Wonder Woman or the Incredible Hulk. Come on. We're talking the 70s here, people. Oh, yeah. So, that's great. Thank you so much, Robert. I was so happy to see you, and I'm thrilled that you were happy that you had this experience, because I was really worried that I was going to mess this up somehow. And anyway, have a great one, Robert. Thanks so much, my friend. I appreciate you a lot. God bless you. So the sun is setting rapidly, and I'm thinking that the acceleration that I'm going to get off this mountain is going to take me on like a sail ride, smooth sailing, breeze blowing through, gonna take me all the way home, and plenty of time, and I won't have to sweat having my flesh removed. So then I went and I peeked down to assure my path, and there before me was one of the biggest drops I've ever seen in my young life at that time. And I said to myself, oh, you know, some of the details of that memory is a little faded, but I'm pretty sure it was something to that effect, just like, so I start considering my options. I could say, one, I can get inspired by Evil Knievel and roll down, just take that first uh, uh, oh right, I'm hanging, I'm trying to get the hang of this too, Robert. Maybe that's why some of my questions haven't been answered by some of you guys who are watching. Well, I wouldn't call me being ornery, Sonic. Uh, but when I think about it, I would describe myself as the ornery. Yeah, yeah. I gave my parents gray hairs for sure. Yes, and they remind me of it to this day. But so I was considering my options and thinking, well, Evil Knievel, just do that first turn of the pedals. Once I get going, there's no stopping me now. Or another option was I could live there for the rest of my natural life. And the third option was, I could try to signal the Coast Guard, perhaps, maybe do SOS in the dirt or something like that. Um, all these options were not sounding all that encouraging, but it was getting dark, and it was certain death on the bicycle or certain death at home for being late. And then, of course, what would happen if I'm stuck there at night? Oh my goodness, coyotes and I shudder to think. I think my memory serves me. I actually literally shuddered. Thought you needed that illustration there. So I said, well, I don't want to be eaten by monsters or coyotes. I certainly don't want to starve there. And if anything, I certainly don't want a big old long beard that I have now, and have nobody recognize me, and then I would lose all my family and friends. Keep in mind, this is the mind of a very young male, rational, as you can tell. So what it came down to was that I was facing certain death either way, so I might as well give it a chance and just do the Evil Knievel thing. And so I took a deep breath. I felt like it took all my natural strength to push down on my leg to turn that first pedal. And when I did, zoom! I must have reached around terminal velocity. I'm pretty sure that's the speed that I attained. I had no calibrated, excuse me, no calibrated speed detection device at the time. So of course, this speed is unofficial, but I pretty much, I think I was doing terminal velocity, or approaching the speed of sound. Either way. So I had about, maybe 3 seconds of pure exhilaration. Like I was the greatest bike rider in the known universe because I was obtaining speeds that were only possible by supersonic jets. And I felt I was in total control of my bike. I felt me and the road being one. I mean, it was an experience upon experiences for about 3 seconds. Then, unfortunately, my little allusion to Evil Knievel came oh so true. Because as I was flying by and leveling out, I didn't see a great big massive pothole because it was starting to get dark. Well, at that point, even though I would pretty much was going I was at that time reaching the velocity, the escape velocities of back then the space shuttle, and but even though I was going that fast, everything started to be in slow motion, and I slowly see my handlebars start to dip in horrid, gut-wrenching fashion. I could feel the bike start lifting out from the back. And as I'm feeling this sensation of weightlessness, I am thinking to myself, wow, I'm going to die. And as I saw the ground approaching at high velocity, but yet slowed down at the same time, I saw my life flash before me, my young life. And I saw a lot of Pop Tarts. I saw a lot of Saturday morning cartoons. And I saw a lot of milk shooting out of my nose from my brother tickling me. And that was it. That's all I had. Not too much experience. So I am now completely weightless. I am moving rapidly, and as the gravel now are starting to look like boulders, I have one thing on my mind, which is this is going to hurt. And all you out there listening, Robert, Sonic, it hurt. It hurt a great deal and knocked the breath out of me. What seemed like about 36 hours. I was just. Yeah, good fun, good times. Indeed, Robert. Why do they put those potholes there? I don't know. That is supersonic. You know it. You know it. You're awesome, man. Oh, yes. It just so happens to this day I'm still pulling gravel out of certain orifices. It's lovely, and I'm sure you guys want me to spare you those details. But good times, yes. Well, guys, I think I've pretty much bored you guys enough. Uh, thank you so much again, Sonic, for being such a great friend and for encouraging me and for putting out that really great music that you do. I need to go over there and start listening some more, my friend. You know I'm going to get to you. Um, it takes me a while to get to videos, but I do get to you, and you're important to me, and I appreciate you a lot, my friend. And Robert, Robert, yeah, yeah, yeah. Robert, again, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for all your prayers. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for the great videos that you do. And I will find you and come back again to your guys' great videos and great channels. And Rick, brother. Sorry we didn't have too much time, but maybe you can watch us over or don't. There's a lot of jabbering, and I feel like was just all over the place. But I appreciate you so much, Rick. I love you, man. I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're doing really great where you are. Love you, man. Love you, and thanks so much, guys. Happy days as a kid with a bike. Indeed. Happy days. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. And if by some chance some of you guys watch this after it posts and it's no longer live, I just want to say that 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 I can't adequately express to you how much you guys mean to me. You guys give me so much encouragement and so much kindness, and it really shows how wonderful you guys are. And to all the Gatorites out there, um, my deepest thanks to you always. I hope I can continue to keep making you guys laugh, and you guys mean the world to me. And you guys are just priceless. And that not just because you come and watch my videos. You guys are so priceless, good quality people that I've been honored to get to know. So thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, Rick. Stay safe, Robert. Stay safe, Sonic. Um, and if you guys like this, if you think the live stream wasn't bad, put it in the comments or something, and then I'll keep doing them if you guys like it. But if you don't, that's fine. I understand. It's all good. But I appreciate any feedback. So bless you, Sonic. Love you a lot, brother. See you guys later.